Brooke Olzendam with the call, and welcome to the Fred Meyer post-game show. Salt Lake City, the Blazers got salty in the second half, took control of an outmanned Utah team. Man, did they get a much-needed win before the All-Star break. He's Michael Holton. I'm Neil Everett. Big picture story. Whatever you're feeling.
Well, we talked in the pregame show about how good the Blazers were in back-to-backs. Right. Tom Haberstow said on 0 days rest, the Blazers are really good. And so I said that the focus would be on offensive rebounds and second chance points. That's the identity. Would the Blazers have that energy in a second night of a back-to-back? And they did. They found their way to their identity, and that was the difference in the game. 19 offensive rebounds, a 23-12 advantage on second chance points, and a 52-48 in the paint. So those areas are identifying markers for when this team is playing the right way.
Coach's keys to the game were the key to the game. They unlocked the W. Let's unlock some highlights right now. Blazers were down 2 going into the third quarter. Donovan Clingan. Utah didn't have the Bosnian Beast, but the Blazers had Kong.
Oh, and he picked on them.
Yeah.
Look at his rim run.
He had 7 assists as well, and this was a beauty right here to CD Sissoko.
Oh, he's you double me.
Ball game right there.
Yeah, you double me, I make a play.
How about a step back Bobby Jack? It's been a while, and Jrue Holiday, who had a game, part of a 14-0 run for the Blazers, who looked like they were taking control, but Utah kept coming back. Sissoko with the steal, and here come the Blazers with the deal.
The defense leads to quality offense. We talked about it, rhythm and range.
Beat check right there. Blazers 5 of 11 from 3 in the third quarter. Scoot. Bad motor scooter, fifth gear right there. And then Roop, he wanted a do-over, so he creates a do-over right here. Do the hustle.
First one to the floor wins.
V-check again. You know who we haven't seen?
Who's that?
Caleb Love.
Love is on the way.
There it is. Blazers up 17, their biggest lead through 3 quarters. You saw Love drive. How about Love hurts?
Oh, Love is painful.
And then Clingan off the turnover. He had 23 and 18 to go with those 7 assists. Donovan Clingan taking advantage of no true big men for Utah. Look at him go after it. And
extend the possession.
Make it happen, Captain. They put Jrue Holiday back in, and that was a good thing. Steps in, could take that. Instead, he finds Henderson.
He restored order.
Judge Holiday to CD. Right here.
Make it easy for your teammates. Lay treats on them.
And how about just taking one on your own, Jrue? Okay, don't mind if I do.
Oh, may I have this dance?
And then Jeremy Grant was 1 for 7 from 3 until this one, and this one kind of ended any hope Utah had.
Extending the possessions, offensive rebounds.
There you go. And then Holiday from who? Grant from who? You know who's buried in Grant's tomb? Utah. 135-119 is your final as the Blazers have a rip-roaring second half. What post-game stat jumps off at you?
I'm going to just go at the rebounds. You control the boards, you control the game. And I thought what the Trailblazers did on the board, and that's why we kept talking about Donovan Clingan in this game, because he was the exhibit A for controlling the paint, but more importantly, for controlling the boards.
We'll talk about what Coach may have said or at halftime to turn the heat around. But first, let's hear what the coach had to say after the game.
Yeah, just, stay ready on defense. I thought we made a couple mistakes there with the matchups, no running back, losing your guy. So we fixed it, got a better, solid defense, and just took care of the ball. We still, had, 19 turnovers, something that we got to get better, something that we got to focus on. And, that third quarter, I think it was the big difference. They scored 23, we got 40, so that was the difference of the game there.
Felt like a very physical game just to watch. How do you feel you guys responded to that?
Yeah, it's physical, and also a lot of teams are playing small against us, stretching a little bit DC out of the paint. I think he did a good job tonight contesting those shots. and contesting the rim. So I think DC was tremendous on defense, together with Jrue on offense. So.
And with DC, career-high assists with 7. What did you like about the way he was sharing the ball?
Yeah, we know that he's a good passer, and he find his teammates, and we want to see more of that. I think he has a talent with that. He's taking care of the ball as well. He's not just throwing the ball all over. So, 7 assists and 0 turnovers is great.
You mentioned it, like Jrue's big night tonight. What did you like about his shot selection?
He was aggressive. He didn't think twice. He attacked the rim. Took advantage that they played with a smaller team and went to the rim as well, to the paint, and made money there.
You gonna try and catch all the events this week on TV?
I would try. I'll also, take a couple of days off. But, yeah, I would love to see the guys there competing, playing, rising stars and three-point shots, and the All-Star with Danny. So it's going to be fun.
That game, too. Thanks, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Tiago, I wrote down here first half energy. Okay, and then you said something like, boy, this is a big halftime for the Blazers. Because how they're going to come out is going to really say a lot about the team. And they came out, boom.
Yeah, because both teams were struggling in terms of focus. It was a sloppy game in the first half, and I thought that the first team that got 2 or 3 stops and established their identity or really hit the ground and dug in and locked in would win the game. So that put it on the coaches to put something in front of those guys to come out. Because when you're 1 half away from the All-Star break, that's whipping the horse across the finish line.
So you're not in the locker room, but you're a coach. What's the tone of what you say? What are some of the things they may have said or that you would say?
I think in college you might be more emotional,
okay.
But in the pros I think you're instructional. Okay. You're like, hey, here's the game plan. Here's what we didn't do well. Here's what we need to do. And in this game, the Blazers just need to lock in on the boards and defensively, because then offensively you're going to get pace, you're going to get spacing, you're going to get ball movement. And so defense is the first step. And I'm sure Tiago refocused the team on their defensive assignments.
And the message was heard because Utah scores just 23 in the third quarter. The Blazers get 40. It's time for the Fred Meyer Golden Shopping Cart. And you know what? We went with Jrue Holiday because of the 31 points, and he restored order there with almost a triple-double. But then we got to thinking, in Super Bowl 12, the Cowboys beat the Broncos, and they had co-MVPs. So why can't we have co-golden shopping carts? We called Fred Meyer. They said go with it.
Well, sometimes you need so many. Your laundry list is so long, you got so many groceries, you need 2 carts. Tonight was one of those nights. We would be disrespecting the game if we didn't recognize both of these guys. They were fantastic. Jrue Holiday used the dribble to make opportunity look easy. He took guys into the painted area. He got in the paint. He distributed the teammates. He made shots. I mean, what didn't he do? And he took good care of the basketball. We talk about ball security. Jrue Holiday, just 1 turnover.
Holiday came in. There's a perfect play right there. You got Holiday to Clingan as they share the Golden Shopping Cart Award. All right. When we get back, Tom Haberstroh. Donovan Clingan put up huge numbers. I mean, big man was the big man. And Tom will talk about the big man. They score big this season with Fred Meyer Family Games, your perfect combo meal for game day. Catch our next Fred Meyer Family Game on Tuesday, March 10th, as your Blazers face off against the Charlotte Hornets. Visit trailblazers.com/familygames to grab your tickets.
This could be his night. Oh, man, he ate the rim. This could be, it should be his night. It's Holiday. Let that rip. And he got it. There's scoop, little hezzy, and a scoop for 2. He's had any lane he's wanted at this point. Just Krejci again. Drive the drive, and he'll draw a foul. Williams with a clear lane to the rim, and now that's 4 easy, and that's 2 easy right there for Clingan.
Great job by our production crew putting stuff like that together, a game montage so quickly after the game. This is the Fred Meyer postgame show. Let's bring in Tom Haberstroh. Donovan Clingan, 23 points. His career high as a Blazers, 24. 18 rebounds. His career high is 21. Has not had a 20-20 game this season. And Tom wants to talk about a different number. So this has got to be good.
Yeah, all of those numbers put together, I wanted to see how many Blazers in franchise history have done that. 23 points, 18 rebounds, and 7 assists all in the same game. And the list is pretty impressive. You got Denny Avdia earlier this season did it with 31, 19, and 10. Nurk did it twice with in 2019 and in 2017. Michael Thompson did it. We also, before 1980, Bill Walton did it. Sidney Wicks did it. But this is really impressive for a couple reasons to me. None of those names I just mentioned did it when they were 21 years old. And that is Donovan Clingan's age currently.